Very good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for spending time with us. It's a real privilege to meet you this morning and just hear inspiring stories about your journey so far. And to start with, we would like to just understand a little bit backstory about you when the time when you were growing up, the
Yes.
town that you saw when you were a teenager, and your early education and
Yes.
your family, etc.
Yes. Um, Good morning. I am very happy to be with you today. In fact, we are from the place called Kumarapalayam, and my family is called SSM family. My grandfather has started this venture of the textiles and is continued by my father and my uncles. And when I was a teenager, I was growing with the textiles because we have been manufacturing textile. My father started his first venture of textile business is in Sri Lanka. He went to Sri Lanka, and when at the age of 14 years, then he exported many goods from here to Sri Lanka, particularly in the place called Yalpanam, Jaffna.
Right.
And he created a brand called Yalmark Lungihal, Yalmark Vestigal, Yalmark Fabrics.
Right.
The yarn has been converted into Veena later. Then we developed our brand of Veena in our group.
Right.
So when I was in a young itself, I was, as I told you, growing with textile. And I would say that we are born in the weaving community.
Right.
In fact, my community, my ancestors,
Right.
and the world earlier, the ancestors, thousands and thousands of years ago,
Right.
they have invented the textiles for the world.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, when Kali Yuga emerged,
Right.
people need to wear
Right.
textiles,
Right.
clothings.
Right.
So they need to wear clothing. That's why
Right.
the Maharishis have created a
Right.
textile. The first fiber of textile was from the lotus stump.
Right.
Lotus flower is there, no?
Yes,
The
sir.
lotus stump only. They have taken the fibers
Right.
and they made as a yarn and made as a fabric. And it was given to the angels and people and also asuras.
Right.
So likewise, it has been created. The fabrics are
Excellent.
created.
Excellent.
So our community ancestors only has created for the
Co-printing it.
world.
Right.
So India was the creator of the textile for the world.
Right.
Number one in the world for many, many decades and many, many centuries and years. And of course, even though it is not number one, it is playing a major role in textiles.
Excellent.
And we are actually into textiles manufacturing. First of all, we started with the handloom.
Yes.
Then my father went for power loom. The first power loom in Kumarapalayam was installed by my father.
Right.
Now about 30,000-40,000 power looms are there.
Right.
So first power loom was installed by him.
Right.
Then he went for a processing mills.
Right.
We need to process the fabrics. So he went for processing mills.
Right.
And it was the first processing mills in this area.
Oh,
in this area. It
okay.
was inaugurated by the then chief minister.
Okay.
And it's going on very well.
Right.
And afterwards we went for embroidery
Right.
of the fabrics, the
Right.
fashion fabrics, the
Right.
women wear.
Right.
So we were the topmost embroidery manufacturers in the country.
Wow.
So we had embroidery.
Right.
Then we went on different areas in textiles.
Right. Right.
So textile, in fact, my father started an institution only for textiles. First of its kind, I would say in India again,
Right.
only for textiles. We offer diploma courses in textiles.
Okay.
About 11 different diploma courses.
Right.
Other institutions have only one diploma.
Right.
Textile diploma in textile technology.
Right.
Then we have made about 11 diplomas in diploma in textile technology, textile designing and weaving, textile processing, man-made fiber technology, textile marketing,
Excellent.
fashion technology, like that.
Right.
11 different diplomas in textiles are unique.
Right.
So our students are working all over the world, not
Wow.
only in India.
Right.
So textile knowledge is required.
Right.
Because design creation is required.
Right.
Instead of just weaving grey fabrics and normal fabrics,
Right.
we should go for value addition.
Right.
So we went for value addition,
Right.
and further we require not only the knowledge about the fabrics, knowledge about the design,
Right.
how to create the design. We should have computer-aided design.
Right.
In fact, the Government of India, I was a member of the Planning Commission,
Right.
Textile Committee
Right.
group.
Right.
So I requested the government and we got
Okay.
an information technology laboratory on textiles. First of its kind in the country was installed by institution.
Okay.
So IT labs, so computer aided designs have been taught to the students.
Right.
It is not in the syllabus,
Right.
but we go beyond the syllabus
Right.
and we teach to the students in our institutions.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
my father started the institution, first the Polytechnic,
Right.
only for textile. Then we started Textiles Engineering College.
Okay.
Engineering College. In that we have B.Tech Textile Technology, B.Tech Textile Processing, and M.Tech Textile Processing.
Excellent.
So this is the only engineering college.
Which
Have
has-
many courses.
Right.
And in the Arts and Science College, we have BSc Arts and Fashion Technology.
Okay.
So thousands of students are studying
Right.
textiles in our institution.
Right.
They are employed all over the world, I told you.
Right.
So we give them the knowledge not only on the syllabus,
Okay.
but also on the latest technological
Technologies.
development,
Right.
particularly in the computer development. So
The
teach
advanced.
them. We teach them.
Right.
So that is the education side, and many students are employed in different places,
Excellent.
and we are happy about it. Once I went to Sulzer company.
Right.
Is a company in the foremost prime weaving manufacturers, weaving machine
Measurement.
manufacturers.
Seen.
So when I went to government delegation along with the minister
Right.
to France for a textile fair.
Right.
So we had a meeting with the Sulzer company chairman,
Right.
the minister, myself, secretary, and about 5 people had a meeting with the Sulzer company chairman.
Right.
I was surprised that when one person was running
Right.
in that pavilion,
Right.
that sir, you are here, I am your student, sir.
Wow.
I was happy to meet my
privilege.
student, introduce the student to
Right.
his own chairman and also the minister. Minister was very happy
Excellent.
that our Indian students are working in a Swiss
France.
company
Right.
like that.
Nice.
So like that we involved in textiles in many areas.
Okay.
And also socially,
Right.
we are involved in textiles.
Right. Sir.
Socially in the sense, I am the president of the All India for Weaving Machines Association.
Right.
Weaving Association.
Right.
Confederation of Weaving Industries.
Right.
I am the chairman. And also I am the chairman of the power loom industry.
Right.
So likewise
Very good.
socially also we are involved in the textiles.
Right, sir. So your parents and your father were pioneering the entire
Yes.
textile trade, and
Yes.
then you were just coming
Yes.
in a phase where
Yes.
the market changes are evolving. Like you said, technologies were playing a role,
Yes.
and the handlooms were moving into the power looms.
That's right.
And in your journey of this last 2 to 3 decades in the
Yes.
industry,
Yes.
how did you see this evolved, and how you just because at the same time you were also expanding your factories and the
Yes.
capacities and all
You
those
are
things.
right.
So how did you forecast this and you built your empire? Sir?
In fact, what has happened is that the textile industry, normal activities were going on, as you said, from handloom mentioned to power loom.
Right.
The handloom has got its own quality,
Right.
that the 100% design activities, good designs can be made in handloom.
Right.
The people prefer handloom also, some people, because of its structure and also the design. And the same can be transferred also in the power loom. The advantage of the power loom is the productivity. Production is more. Productivity is also is possible to increase. So power loom, the cost of production per unit will be very less when you go for power loom.
Right.
Indian population requires that kind of lesser cost fabrics.
Right.
When they wear fabrics, mainly the clothings,
Right.
roti, kapda, makan. Kapda is the number 2 requirement.
Yes.
That kapda should be available
Right.
at an affordable price for our population.
Okay.
So power loom industry has been developed
Right.
very much because only that industry can give the fabrics at a lesser price.
Right.
Not at the lesser quality, but
Okay.
the lesser price because the production is more.
Right.
The cost of manufacturing per unit is less.
Right.
That is why Power Loom Federation has started and went extensively
Right.
in developing it.
Right.
So Power Loom is one development. It is not a technical development, I would say.
Right.
I would say social development
Right.
for employment,
Right.
same time
Right.
for the production.
Production.
And if you go beyond Power Loom, it should have a high-tech power looms,
Right.
high-tech weaving machines. High-tech in the sense, you should have wider width. Power loom has got some limitation, the only certain width can be woven in power loom.
Right.
So when you go for wider width loom
Right.
and big width fabrics can be woven, that is required for government industries today.
Right.
So that's why we want higher width loom, at the same time higher quality.
Right.
The power loom
Right.
is weft of motion.
Right.
If it is not there, when the weft is cut, then we have to put another weft, there will be a mark.
Okay,
So
sir.
quality will not be good.
Right.
If it's about warp and wefts of motion,
Right.
without that, without any mark, fabric can be woven with good quality.
Right.
The same time, every time we have to change the pawn. So automatic looms have come.
Okay.
Shuttle automatic.
Right.
The shuttle will be changed.
Right.
When the yarn is over, the shuttle will be changed. Shuttle automatic loom.
Okay.
The next development in the power loom is the shuttleless automatic looms.
Right.
Water jet loom, air jet loom, like that. Shuttleless looms have come.
Okay.
So when we go for that loom, advantage is we get more production
Right.
and good quality.
Right.
The disadvantage is the less employment.
Right.
Because
So
about
machine
24,
is taking over.
24 looms one person can look after.
Right.
But the hand loom, one person only can look after one loom.
Right.
The production is very much less.
Right.
When you compare the production and
Right.
per number of person,
Right.
it will be very, very, very different.
Right.
So that's a disadvantage in that.
Right.
At the same time, we can get good quality.
Absolutely.
So in that, what we can think about it is
Right.
thinking about our country situation.
Right.
We require employment.
Absolutely.
We require employment. At the same time, we require production.
Absolutely.
If you go for water jet loom and air jet loom and rapier loom,
Right.
it will give more production.
Right.
Same time, less employment.
Employment.
So to match that, what we can do is we can have more production.
Right.
What we are producing it, not only for our country, we can export it different countries.
Right. Sir.
Because the world looking for fresh textiles.
Right. Right.
India is was the pioneer manufacturing country of textiles.
Right.
So we can export at affordable price to many countries. So we get more production, same time more employment. So our socially also will not be affected.
Right.
For that only, I have given a proposal to the government
Right.
to establish a high-tech weaving park. First high-tech weaving park, based on my request to the government, established in Kumarapalayam.
Right. Sir.
It's called Kaveri High-Tech Weaving Park.
Excellent.
High-tech weaving machines have been installed there.
Right.
All only shuttleless looms.
Okay. Okay.
There is no compromise on even shuttle automatic looms.
Okay.
Shuttleless looms only. So
Right.
many people have come forward and they put.
Right.
And I requested the government also to give some subsidy.
Right.
About 20 crores rupees government has given a subsidy.
Excellent.
So the first park has been established
Okay.
in Kumarapalayam.
Right.
Like that, after that, many parks have been established in different parts of the country.
Right.
So when we do that, what happens? As I told you, more production.
Production, more
also
employment.
more quality is also
Right.
possible. So
Right.
that's what
Okay.
I have made
Right.
to solve the problem in the textiles for our country.
Absolutely. So you already touched upon the possibilities that India
Yes.
has to output to the other countries, the growing markets and all
Yes,
those things.
yes.
You would have seen it, much earlier than what people are seeing here about the global trade and the
Yes.
competition evolving
Yes.
and also the requirements.
Yes.
Just tell us a little about how you see the global market as a
Global market, of course, everybody need to wear fabrics.
right.
And not only the fabric is required not only for the need, it is also for the fashion, for luxury.
Right.
For luxury also.
Okay.
We need fabric for the need only in India, particularly many people are wearing.
Right.
They have to wear.
Right.
They don't wear for fashion.
Right.
But in other countries, they wear also for the fashion.
Right.
The consumption of fabrics in our country, per capita consumption of fabrics in our country is only 15 meters per person
Right.
in our country. 15 meters.
Right.
That includes clothings,
Right.
innerwears,
Right.
bed sheets, and home textiles, everything.
Everything together.
Everything
Okay.
together, what is the total number of population, what is the total number of fabric produced,
Right.
consumed.
Right.
If you take the per capita is only 15 meters
Right. Sir.
per person.
Right.
The same thing if you go to America,
Right.
they consume 100 meters per person.
Wow. Okay.
Per capita
Almost
consumption is
6-7
increasing.
Right.
If the per capita consumption, their population is not high,
Yeah.
it is also not growing.
Right.
But fabric requirement is growing
Okay.
because per capita consumption is increasing.
Right.
It was about 60 meters about 5-6 years back.
Okay.
Now it is 100 meters.
100 meters. Okay.
Likewise, European countries also,
Okay.
they consume more fabrics.
Okay.
More fabrics because they don't have 2 or 3 shirts. They
Right.
have about 100, 200 shirts.
Okay.
100 to 200 fabrics they have.
Right.
So the per capita consumption is more in those countries.
Okay.
So that's why textile industry is growing. Even though recession is there,
Right.
the industry is growing.
Okay.
Even though the population, the European population is coming down.
Stagnated. Yeah.
Indian population, Asian population is
Going
going up. But going up population also, as told you,
Yeah.
our consumption is also increasing.
Right.
So that's why there will not be any problem of the textile industry in our country for the marketing purpose. So
Right.
there is a good possibilities of increasing the value-added fabrics for
Right.
textiles.
Right.
So it was only cotton.
Basic.
Then now people go back to cotton.
Okay.
Go back to cotton means high cotton. Soma cotton and so many other different cottons are there.
Right.
Those cottons are highly priced.
Right.
The cotton fabric is highly priced. A meter, normal cotton, if you have a fabric for about 50 rupees a meter,
Right.
same fabric about even 500 rupees a meter also cotton is produced.
Okay.
Cotton is produced.
Okay.
Likewise,
Quality
they can go
is-
on fabric, quality oriented, fashion oriented.
Okay.
The people are manufacturing
Right.
the goods.
Right.
Because when they are afford to pay money,
Okay.
they are doing like that.
Right.
So likewise, the demand is increasing globally.
Excellent. And when we see the manufacturing industry by and large from the global perspective,
Yes.
we also in the recent time we are seeing this competition emerging from small markets like Bangladesh, Cambodia, Turkey, China, and all
Yes.
those people.
Yes.
They're also concentrating on the European and the American markets, and our exporters are also targeting those markets
Yes.
from our center,
Yes.
probably Erode and Tirupur.
Yes.
How do you see that landscape, sir?
In fact, you're right. The countries like Bangladesh, Vietnam,
Right.
Taiwan, Pakistan,
Right.
even, of course, China.
Right.
China is a big player in textiles in the world now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bangladesh used to buy fabrics from India, stitches garment and export garments throughout the world.
Right.
So they were the topmost buyers of fabrics from India
Right.
once.
Right.
But now they buy from some other countries also.
Right.
But they are more than India, the apparels, the garment is concerned, Bangladesh beating India.
Right.
So they produce more garments. Their productivity is more,
Okay.
their production is more.
Right.
Same time the quality is better when
Okay.
compared to Indian quality.
Right.
That is why people go to
Okay.
Bangladesh and buy.
Right.
And they also have some other duty, also they have some concession.
Right.
When they import from Bangladesh, Europeans, they import from Bangladesh,
Okay.
they got some duty concession also. That's why they go to Bangladesh and buy.
Right.
Buy.
Right.
At the same time, Pakistan is also a big threat for us.
Okay.
Vietnam is a big manufacturer of garments.
Okay, sir.
Garments. So Vietnam, they make knitted fabrics and also the woven fabric. So there is a very big threat for India
Right.
from the country, the countries like this. Even Thailand is making good fabric.
Right.
Indonesia is making good fabrics.
Okay.
We were exporting fabrics to Burma.
Right. Right.
Mainly the lungis.
Right.
The lungis, because
Right.
their main national dress is lungis.
Right.
So the competition from China is also, China is making the main advantage for China, even though the labor cost is more in China.
Right.
People say China's labor cost is cheap. No, labor 3 times more than India.
Okay.
Cost of labor.
Okay.
Their productivity is more.
Right, sir.
Say garment is concerned, they produce at least about 27, 28 pieces per day.
Right.
That's why the cost per unit is coming down. People are going there
Right.
and buying it.
Right.
Quality is concerned, India quality is better than China.
Okay.
Quality is concerned.
Right.
But why people go there? The voluminous, the same time the price.
Okay.
That's why people are going to China.
Right.
Naturally, the foreign market, they go to China and buy because of that.
Right.
Home textile is concerned, India is number one in the world even today
Right, sir.
because of its design making, and also about the fabric, that coarse count fabrics. India is a leader of home textiles. Places like Karur, Chennai, Kandapadi, and of course Panipat, northeastern countries.
Okay.
They produce a lot of home textiles and selling to India and also abroad.
To the-
That's it's got a very good market.
So looking at this threat emerging from the smaller countries and also big countries like
Yes.
like China,
Yes.
how do you think our industry should just prepare itself to battle this out or probably to
Yes.
grow goods?
Yes, that's a good thing. That we should prepare ourselves
Right.
by expanding our high-tech machines should be installed. Further, machinery manufacturers should be India should be prepared. We did not import machines from foreign countries.
Right.
We can manufacture our own machines in India. So India should have good machinery manufacturing, particularly in the weaving.
Right.
The weaving is the prime.
Right.
Spinning, of course, we are good. India is good when compared to other countries.
Right.
Production-wise, productivity-wise, and also quality-wise.
Okay.
Spinning is good in India.
Right.
But weaving is large, but it's not good quality-wise, production-wise, and productivity-wise.
Right. There is a good scope.
Weaving. Processing also, our processing is not good compared to even Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka processing is good. People send goods from India to Sri Lanka, get it processed, get it back.
Right.
When we have processing houses in India,
Okay.
why should they send the goods all the way to Sri Lanka and get it back?
Okay.
Because their quality is good. Price is cheaper.
Right. Right.
And also in Ahmedabad, they are good, very good processing.
Okay.
Comparatively, they are good, very good processing. Printing is excellent, international standard.
Right.
They do it in Ahmedabad.
Right.
So that should be extended all over the country. At
Right.
the same time, the people's skill also should be improved.
Right.
We should give a good training.
Right.
IIT is there.
Right.
Sorry, ITI. ITI trade is there in mechanical, electricals, electronics, and so many field ITI is there. They are giving a trade and training
Right.
to the workers.
Right.
But there is not even a single trade in textiles
Okay.
in
Very
ITI.
sad. Right.
So government should give
Right.
training to the weavers
Okay.
through the ITI,
Okay.
through ITI.
Right.
Institutions, we are also giving training, we are giving only to the supervisors
Right.
or above,
Right.
and not to the weavers. So
Okay.
weavers should be trained
Okay.
to achieve the productivity
Right.
and also quality.
Right.
Then only our production will improve. At the same time, quality will improve. We have about, if you take about number of looms are concerned, we have about 65 lakhs hand looms in our country,
Right.
about 30 lakhs power looms in our country,
Okay.
and about 1.5 lakhs shuttless loom, automatic looms in our country.
Right.
Only 1.5 lakhs.
Okay.
Against 30 lakhs power looms. The power looms will be converted into automatic looms.
Okay. Two.
Automatic looms. So that quality will improve. At the same time, we'll get more price.
Right.
Handloom, of course, it has got its own scenario.
Right.
People prefer handloom that can be developed.
Right.
Even when you come to handloom, when compared to other countries like Thailand, Thai silk is more preferred than Indian silk. Why?
Okay.
Because of design, maybe quality
Okay.
of the silk.
Right.
Silk also we have to import silk.
Okay.
So what government should do is we should, the silk fiber should be available in good quality, in India, so that good silk fabrics. Because India, when compared to any other countries, are good in technology,
Right.
design creation, skilled laborers we have in India,
Right.
skilled laborers we
Okay.
have. So when we have that kind of skilled labor, in fact, people used to say when you have a ring, okay, the Indian weavers can make a sari which can go inside the ring.
Okay.
That kind of thin fabrics they can make it.
Okay. Okay.
Thin fabric, the whole fabric will go inside the ring. So that is possible. That
Right.
kind of creations,
we have.
creativities, our people can do it.
Right.
But that should be supported with the technology and also assistance, financial assistance.
Right.
That's
Right.
also required.
Yeah.
So when we do that, definitely we can be again master in the world.
Right.
We can compete the China.
Right.
We
Right.
can compete China because China has got facilities. They got money. They Europeans and countries are pumping in money, establishing the weaving facilities or manufacturing facilities in China. That is not being done in India.
Right.
Already we can again be leader in the world.
Okay.
We are not even number 5 or 6 now. We were number 1.
Okay. Okay. We are dropping down.
Yes, China is number 1. Then go to, I told you, Taiwan, Pakistan, Vietnam, Bangladesh. They are all leaders now
Right.
when
Right.
compared to India.
Right. Right. So, and you're coming back to the roots here again, back to the local scenario of our micro market here.
Yes.
The local landscape has also evolved in the last 2 or 3 decades. Like I
Yes.
said, slowly it is going. But still, they are just sort of get stuck between just moving from the power loom to the next stage of it, and also trading internally to going into the other domestic markets. The
Yes.
international potential has not been explored like how
Yes.
the knitting industry has explored
Yes.
out of Tirupur.
Yes.
So your thoughts on them, sir? Like how they
Yeah.
can break barriers.
In fact, the people, particularly in the Erode, they are making only power loom fabrics are there, they are selling, they are happy.
Right.
So they are not looking at the development side of the country.
Right.
They are thinking of only their own development.
Right.
And they sell what they produce. They don't produce what is sold, what is required.
Right.
So what is required should be produced. For that we should change ourselves. Facilities are available. In fact, government has also given a lot of facilities, lot of schemes. It has introduced the Export Promotion Council. Many of the weavers, they are selling fabrics only to the exporters. So we want the weavers to export directly. For that purpose only, we have taken steps in requesting the government. The government also accepted and formed a new Export Promotion Council for power loom.
Right.
So even now the weavers are not willing to export directly because of unawareness, fear, and also knowledge.
Right.
For that we should educate them. We should educate them and we should give them the confidence like that. So that then definitely they will be doing it. At the same time, the technology is concerned, improvement of technology is concerned. As I told you, the machinery should be available here
Right.
in the locally.
To compete to the global
Yeah.
requirement.
At the same time, some financial assistance should be given to the weavers so that they can go in for the development activities.
Right. Right. And finally, your thoughts about the event Weaves, which is about to happen between
Yes.
5th and the 8th.
Yes. I'm very glad that Text Valley is organizing the excellent event called Weaves.
Right.
And Text Valley has been established here, and it's the biggest, I would say, marketing place. Marketing means not only retail marketing, wholesale marketing. People come, and Erode is the market from the many, many decades and centuries.
Right.
People used to come all over India, come to Erode and buy.
Right.
It's called Erode Sandai.
Right.
So they come and buy from Erode only. It's a very big market. In the whole of state, Erode is the main market.
Right.
So that market has been sophisticated and now taken to Text Valley.
Right.
But it's only sophisticated. The price is concerned the same price.
Right.
So people need not worry coming to Text Valley and pay more money. So they can come and buy from Text Valley,
Right.
and they are taking a lot of efforts.
Right.
I am very glad that Weave is being organized, and many VIPs going to come to
Right.
Weaves.
Right.
And that's going to give not only the knowledge, that will give some awareness, not only for the people of buyers, consumers, but also for the people who are in the weaving industry.
Right.
They should know about what to weave, how to weave,
Right.
and they should take the facilities. And definitely this weave will give a new development for the textile industry. I'm very glad that weave is being organized in Text Valley, and I'll give my full support. My Power Loom Federation
Right.
also,
Right.
All India Power Loom Federation, and a lot of people are members
Right.
in different parts of the country.
Right.
They will also come and participate in a big way in the weave.
Excellent, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for
you.
your time and your views on the industry by and large. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.